Well, it's a minute after, so let's get started. Thanks for joining, bringing Lifesaver to life. My name is Linda Gallick. I'm the health and well-being consultant here at Bellin. And these segments are meant to inspire how to share some of our well-being resources within your organizations. So I am going to share my screen and we'll start to take a look at some of this stuff. So I want to start with the email that went out. I think all of you would have received this. And for the month of June, the topic is on my last nerve. So we are really focusing on anxiety. This is a nice build on from May, which was really that mental health awareness. Now this kind of builds on that content and we're specifically looking at anxiety. Anxiety, of course, is really on the rise in our healthcare system, in our nation. Not a surprise that that is occurring. Couple things when we think about anxiety, we want to be paying attention and bringing awareness to both the idea of a true anxiety disorder that people may need some health care for, but also people that just suffer from general anxiety, extra nervousness and worry and things like that. And what are some health care type health and well-being activities that we can do to lower our anxiety. So really looking at both of these. So the emails that are sent out are really designed to be cut into pieces if you choose to do that. That's why we have a part 1 and a part 2. So if you're looking to send out more consistent information, it's nice to take this email and maybe break it up at least into 2 pieces, possibly 3 pieces if you want to do that. So there's some good general information on anxiety in here, and then just some ideas in terms of how to manage some of those anxious feelings. Another idea may be to really bring some awareness to helping people manage their anxiety. You could build some type of a challenge around these items. So you could have people, doing some kind of documentation on some things that help them feel less anxious. You could encourage them to turn that in some way. You could make a bingo card out of it, or you even could send out additional information on these ideas down here. There's always going to be that download link that's going to take you out to all the other Lifesaver materials. And then this is a link to a video. If you have intranets, if you have social media sites, that might be something that you want to post. Just put up a video, because anything with videos and pictures gets more attention than if there's just words. So that's another option for you. We always like to have the just one thing to just give people a little thought to what's going on in terms of monitoring themselves. So this month, our Prescription for Life podcast, again, we're building off of May. So we had Pam Baranchek, who's one of our licensed behavioral health therapists. I interviewed her in May to talk about general mental health and taking care of ourselves. And now for June, we dove into a little bit more specifics on anxiety and really how to tell the difference between, is someone having some anxious feelings, or do they have more of a full anxiety disorder that's really impacting their regular life and existence. So great podcast. Pam was just such a joy to talk to. So she is really a sweetie. So then the second part of the email, we get a little bit more into the anxiety disorder content. So kind of alerting people to, could there be something going on that's a little bit deeper? And of course, in those situations, we really want to encourage people to get connected to their primary healthcare provider or another healthcare provider to help them manage what is going on. This month for our Mental Health Moments webinar, we had a great discussion on perfectionism. Ellie Spitzer, who we got connected to, is actually in college now. But she tells a beautiful, really transparent, vulnerable story on how she struggled with just being perfect in her sports and perfect in school. And I think this is a great segment to pass on maybe to the young people in your life, those that that are maybe feeling kind of the pressure of doing everything, especially in those younger years, but really for all of us to remind us that none of us are perfect. And this is just a great conversation to bring light to that. And again, kind of lends itself to helping us manage some of those anxious feelings. So available in video and podcast and all of those wonderful things. I want to show you a couple of the resources then that are on that bellin.org/lifesaver page. So here's a couple ideas, just general ideas to reducing the impact of anxiety symptoms. Interesting statistic right here. Anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the US, affecting 18%. So here's some ideas for managing some of those anxiety symptoms. And I think a big one, of course, is getting help early. So if you have anything that you suspect, or just kind of passing along that knowledge in your organization, helping people to recognize, get help early. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Activity, of course, can just help manage some of those anxious feelings. And then we want to reduce things that kind of add to the anxiety. So things like alcohol, and even in the email content, even caffeine can kind of ramp us up and increase those feelings of anxiety. So just something to keep in mind. The other thing I wanted to point out this month, great whiteboard activity to kind of inspire some camaraderie in your teams, in your departments, helping people share what's your go-to activity when you feel anxious. So you might get some interesting ideas from that in terms of what team members are doing. So maybe they're going for a walk, maybe they're journaling, maybe there's some other great content out there that they want to share. Maybe there's a book they're reading, whatever that happens to be. So we always like to get those whiteboard activities up and about to inspire collaboration in that way. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Just wanted to check in with the group. Did anybody have anything they wanted to share from the month of May, something that you did in terms of mental health or otherwise, something that happened in your organization that you wanted to share with the group? I'd love to give you an opportunity to do that. Feel free to chat it in, or you can even unmute yourself if you'd like. We're all friends here. So just a reminder to keep checking that bellin.org/lifesaver page. If you need links to any of the previous months that we've had or things that you need currently, you can download right off of that website. I am not seeing anyone chat in, so we will wrap it up for today. Thanks to all of you for taking the time. Always reach out to me with any questions or concerns, or if there's anything that we can help you with. Otherwise, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the day. Take care, everybody.